Opening day is just around the corner for the Padres, and I had the chance to tour Petco Park today with Padres CEO Erik Greupner and San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria to take a look at the new safety protocols now that fans are allowed inside Petco Park. Now, San Diego is in the red tier, so it can operate at a 20% capacity for fans, and those fans will see some changes, such as mobile ticketing, mobile concessions. Everything will be picked up for food. There will be no vendors hawking in the stands, different rules for bags and food and beverages and such. Let's get inside and take a look.
It will be 553 days since we've last had a Padres fan here for a game, and we couldn't be more excited to have our fans back with us, especially given the excitement around this team and the possibilities of what this team can accomplish this season. We've been hard at work for months getting ready for Thursday. Our priority remains the health and safety of our fans. We are confident that when we reopen Petco Park on Thursday and welcome our fans back home to Petco Park, it will be one of the safest places for our fans to be in San Diego.
This is in many ways a reward for what everyone has sacrificed over the last year. We may not have been able to be with you physically, but the city was with the Padres over the last year, and boy, wasn't that an incredible season. But we will be able to be here in person this year because folks have done the right things.
The first policy you'll see change is our bag policy. You will no longer be permitted to bring in bags other than medical bags, diaper bags, or any bags other than 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So small purses, clutches, and fanny packs will be allowed in after searching. The second major policy change is our food and beverage policy. So no longer will you be permitted to bring in outside food or beverage, with the exception of milk or small juice pouches for infants and children. Everyone is allowed to bring in one sealed 32-ounce, 1 liter plastic bottle of water, as long as it is clear and unflavored.
Contactless digital ticketing is to help increase the safety and health of everyone and reduce any touch points as possible, and to expedite how fast you can enter. So everybody has the Ballpark app, and your digital ticket will have a barcode on it, and our ticket takers will just contactless scan, and you're in.
We have upgraded all of our tech systems to contactless payment in retail. So as she rings me out, I can literally just wave my credit card at this device here, and the payment goes through without having to touch anything. So very contactless, very safe, and quick transactions has been what we've been working on all year in retail and in food and beverage. Has to have RFID if you have Apple Pay, Google Pay, or you can sign up for Padres Pay, which is revamped this year as well, and that acts the same on your phone. You go to the Ballpark app, download your credit card into our system, and you can pay with your phone just like you would Apple Pay or Google Pay. The chip reader will still be working for those that may have challenges with that, and then we'll sanitize as that happens.
Very good, very good. Fresh. Mayor approved.
I'm going to demonstrate our mobile ordering today, and the way that works is you have to have our Ballpark app. That's where your tickets live, a lot of the information here at the ballpark. Very simple. Once you open the app, the home button is the first thing that shows up. You'll hit the SD. Once you hit the SD, mobile ordering is the first option that shows up. Once you click that, you'll enter your seat information. I've sort of preloaded mine, so I won't go through that, but very easy off your ticket. Just enter that in there and hit nearby locations. Once you hit that, a list of stands close to where your seats are will populate on the screen. So here, being in front of Buena Forqueta, I would just select that stand, and I have a list of options that I can add to my basket. So today I'm just going to add a pepperoni pizza, Neapolitan style. I'm going to add it to my cart. There's a button at the bottom that says review order. Once you hit review order, you see that there? It tells me my order and gives me an opportunity to add anything else I'd like. I've now placed my order. I'll enter my payment information again through Padres Pay, Apple Pay, or Google Pay, or I can hand enter my credit card. And then once I have an order confirmation, I also get a text message from a 619 number. That 619 number is my order confirmation, letting me know that it was received, and I will also get another text message saying when it's ready. So if I'm in the seat, I can enjoy the game longer, wait for my ready text, which I just received, and now I can make my way to the stand and pick it up. On general concessions, you do not have options for delivery to your seat. We do have an opportunity what we're calling a beer me, which would be delivered to your seat. It replaces your traditional hawking you know, the guys that walk up and down with peanuts and Cracker Jack, as well as beers, soda, and water. As far as pricing, we haven't raised prices on a lot of items. When we went into 2020, we already had some increases on certain things as traditional, as you see in most ballparks, but we really try to keep things as flat as we can.
We have family-friendly pricing on core items that we believe families like to consume at the ballpark: peanuts, popcorn, hot dogs. We also have maintained flat pricing for our season ticket members this year as part of the agreement for them to keep money on account with us because they weren't able to attend games last year. So we're maintaining a guarantee of flat pricing for this season. So actually, because only members can access tickets right now, we actually are not raising ticket prices this year. We could. There's obviously an incredible amount of demand, and these members are well positioned if they do resell their tickets, which they're allowed to do, to actually make a pretty significant profit off of that. But obviously we've held true to our promise to keep flat ticket pricing, and we also have offered an additional 10% discount on concessions. So members actually get 20% off this season when they purchase concessions or retail items at the ballpark. So that's part of our larger affordability program for our fans, and a thank you for their loyalty of sticking with us during last season. Some items they may see an increase, but they're getting double of the discount from 10% to 20%, and we've maintained flat pricing not only on tickets but on those core family-friendly items. I'm going to take my mask off because I'm about to be actively drinking in my seat, which is something that's allowed. So we are in a seating pod here, and we have seating pods anywhere from 2 to 6 seats, all separated by 6 feet of social distancing. So at 20% capacity, the entire ballpark has this kind of a seating formulation throughout. Obviously, that's the core of the health and safety protocols in the red tier right now. We are hopeful that we'll eventually advance into the orange tier, and when we do, there's an opportunity, once we get more guidance from the state, to be able to actually have more of our fans back with us. So we're hopeful for that, and also the possibility that we could have specific sections of the ballpark where if fans have proof of vaccination or have tested negative within 72 hours prior to the game, that we can actually get up to 67% in those sections. You can buy a pod if you're a season ticket member, actually anywhere from 1 seat to 6 seats. 6 seats is the maximum. So we have season ticket members that span anything from 1 seat to 6 seats, sometimes more than 6 seats, and then they'll have to split up into 2 separate pods. We've trained all of our guest experience staff that'll be present in the ballpark to address any compliance issues where fans are not following any of our protocols, including masking. Obviously, San Diegans are great at following our protocols. I've traveled to some other cities recently, and I'm always encouraged when I come back to San Diego. People look very healthy and happy and wear their masks. So I don't anticipate we're going to have many issues with our fans, but we have trained our staff to address it in an appropriate way. If we do have any kind of an incident that can't be resolved, obviously somebody would then need to leave the ballpark if they're not willing to follow that protocol. MLB has strongly recommended to every team that we change our bag policy and not allow in bags for the exact reason that we don't want queuing without social distancing at the gates. When we have to do bag checks and checks for outside food and beverage, it slows down the lines and it causes people to congregate in close proximity to each other. So it is a health and safety protocol and change that we will re-examine once we get to the other side of the pandemic. So we did have some issues with Ticketmaster, our ticketing platform, with a pre-sale that was exclusive to those partial season ticket members that you mentioned. And it was not a good process. We were doing things we had never done before with Ticketmaster, and it did not work well. We completely own that, and we've worked with Ticketmaster to resolve those issues. It's now working well, and we will continue to give our partial season ticket members priority access to exclusive pre-sales. We're confident, because we're going to limit the number of games that they can purchase per homestand, that we will be able to have all of them back out to the ballpark. We're doing everything we can to find every area in the ballpark to seat people, because we want all our fans back with us, but we want to make sure we do it in a way that's compliant with the state regulations, that is safe and protects the health of our fans. And as I mentioned earlier, hopefully we're going to be able to increase attendance and have more and more of our fans back with us. Unfortunately, we can't control the secondary market. We have always allowed our season ticket members as one of the benefits to membership to be able to resell their tickets. And so they can't sell more than 50%, but they can sell up to 50%. But I will tell you, we've got one homestand coming up, the second homestand of the year, where we're gonna have a team from a little ways up north coming down. And we really, really want our season ticket members to hold on to their tickets, because our hope is they're gonna wanna be here dressed in brown and gold, cheering for this team, and we can get 100% Padres fans in the ballpark for those games. We're actually gonna be announcing, we're not ready to do it yet, but we're gonna have a special surprise for that weekend for our season ticket members that keep their tickets and come to the game. We're gonna have a number of really neat things for them that weekend.